vellum envelopes 2 different ways, and they're elevated. And what I mean by that is they're gold inside. Here's another style. Whether you make your envelopes in this style or whether you choose to make your envelopes in this style, they will turn out fantastic. Let's craft together. Hi, Best Buds. It's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. I've had these vellum pieces for probably about 2 years. And to be honest with you, I really didn't know what to do with them. But today, I think I know. These vellum pieces, I think, came from Temu, but I'm just not sure. They came in a package like this, and there's really not anything that says who made them. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I got these from Temu. It really doesn't matter which one we start with. Let's just start with the one on the top. We're going to be making an envelope out of these, but we're going to elevate that envelope. These squares are 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And if you've followed me for any amount of time, you know that I like to make my own envelopes. I don't use a machine. So I use my ruler, and usually I go up and down, but you can't really see up and down on this camera. So we'll just do it side by side. You want to line your ruler up from point to point. So you're going to get a straight line from these 2 points across. I do have to turn it this way, you guys, or I can't see. And you'll want to make just a light mark with your pencil right in the middle. Then turn your square around and do the opposite corners and make another light mark right in the middle. Now you see your 2 marks right here, and you see where the 2 marks intersect each other? That's where you're going to be pulling up your corners. But first I like to look at my pattern. And already I can tell this would be a lovely flap of my envelope. This one right here, that would be gorgeous. Since that's going to be my flap of my envelope, I'm going to use these 2 corners first to bring them in. So you take the tip of the corner and you lay it at the intersection where you've drawn your 2 lines, and you give that a crease. And then I'll go to the opposite corner and do the same thing. And this time the 2 points are going to be right close to each other, like touching but not overlapping, and crease that. Now you remember that we've already decided that that will be the flap of the envelope. So this is going to be the bottom of the envelope. Now when you bring this one up, first I like to take these 2 corners right here and place them on a grid. So they're on the same grid. So basically you're lining your envelope square. And then holding that down, pull this end up, and these 2 corners right here, you're going to place on another line. It doesn't matter which line you select. I suggest maybe anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1/4 of an inch up from the base. And make sure you've lined it up. So this little point is on this line, and this little point is on the same line up here. And then give that a crease. We're beginning to look like an envelope, aren't we? So turn your envelope. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to turn mine this way. And I like to line this up on another grid mark so that I'm going to keep my envelope as square as possible. Pull this flap over. And once again, the points on this flap, you're going to select a grid mark anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch, and give that a crease. My goodness, isn't that a gorgeous envelope? Now we're still going to need to fold this down. Now I like to fold it down first this way, and I like to fold it so it's straight and just about where the 2 points come together, but not past those 2 points, and fold that down. And then I just turn it back on itself, and there's your envelope. Now we can't forget to erase our lines that we used in the very beginning. Now right here, you can see a little pie shape, and that pie shape is on each of our corners of our envelope. With your scissors, you want to remove this pie shape, and I want to remove the white portion. So that is the folded portion. So make a cut here, and make a cut here. And now you have your little pie shape with those white fold marks on that shape itself. And you'll want to do that for each corner. And let's go ahead and let's glue this little piece down. Now I'm using art glitter glue. It really works well on vellum. That does not mean that you have to use art glitter glue. I'm just showing you what I use, and it works on vellum. But if you have a different glue, you use your choice. Before I go to my next step, which elevates this envelope, I'm going to make a couple more of these envelopes, because the next step, well, you'll see when we get there. So I have all my envelopes made. Now here comes the elevated portion. I've got that paint again, you guys. It seems as though once I get on something, I kind of stick on it for a while, and then I forget about it, and then I go back on it again. Well, we're doing another project. I'm using the Folk Art Metallic Pure Gold. Very inexpensive, small container of paint that you can buy at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or even Michael's, I do believe. And I'm going to put some into my little dish here. Actually quite a bit, because I'm going to do all 3 of my envelopes. I have my dish with my water again. And I'm going to take out my brush, which is a flat brush. And I'm going to be painting my envelope, the inside of my envelope, with this paint. So I'm going to start with the center first. And you don't have to be precise. You can just, have fun and relax and just paint on the gold. You will still be able to see through the vellum. That's the beauty of adding this beautiful gold paint. It still will act like vellum that you can see through, but it just gives it such a beautiful color inside your envelope. Now, when you get to these pieces on the corners, they will curl just a little bit, but that's okay. We can straighten that out. I'm going to go back over here to this one. As you can see, it's starting to curl on me a little bit. It won't take very long for this to dry either. It dries very quickly. It does use a bit of paint, as you can see. I don't know that I can get through all of my envelope with the paint that I poured in my little dish. I think I might have to add some more. Yes, I definitely will. I'm just going to put a lot of paint because I've got those other envelopes to do. All right, so it's a little bit curled, but that's okay. Set it somewhere that it can dry. It won't take long. And if you're going to be making multiples, as in a mass make, go ahead and paint your others. And that's why you want to prepare all of your envelopes that you want to paint all at once in the beginning, so that you have them all ready to add that beautiful gold paint. Now these really curl So you might want to place your hand in the center or on top of it as you paint. All right, so now you have all your vellum and it's painted. We're going to make these into envelopes too. It'll just be a different style of envelope. Maybe you don't want to do all the lining up and folding precisely. This will be a much simpler and easier envelope, but it'll still have that beautiful gold inside, which will truly elevate your envelope. Now, what does the paint do to the vellum? Well, it seems to soften the vellum. You can definitely still see through the vellum, as you can see my hand. And it really doesn't change anything about the front. It just makes a beautiful cover on the back. It just lines the envelope because this will be the inside of the envelope. This is how it looked before we painted the vellum. So it truly did elevate it. There are lots of ways that you can decorate these envelopes. You can glue them together just like this, or you could take it to your machine and you can sew around the edge. You could take a black Sharpie and you could do that lining technique that we used in a few videos back. I will use that technique on this one right here just to show you what I'm talking about and to maybe refresh your memory. This is a fine point Sharpie, permanent marker, and we're just going to draw around like this. We're just making straight lines along the edge. And then I'm going to go back and I'm just kind of going to swerve in a kind of a serpentine kind of line. And now we've marked our vellum. It does look like stitching, doesn't it? And I want to do all of my edges. When the paint dries, the vellum kind of straightens back out again. So it curls when you first put it on and it's wet. And then as it dries, the paint straightens out. Now see, I've gone over the edge a little bit. I didn't even stay on the vellum and it still looks cute, super cute. Well, to me, it's not faux stitching. You're just drawing a line, literally. And then just putting another line and kind of going in and out. That really gives it a lovely illusion. And you don't have to draw a straight line. Because if you had to draw a straight line, yeah, I'd be out. I'd be O-U-T out. I love this. I think it's really kind of fun. So whether you have a machine or you don't have a machine, look how cute. Seriously, seriously cute. In my example, I sewed some velvet ribbon on my flap. And I did sew around the edge with my machine. For this envelope, I think I'd like to add some sari silk ruffles only on one side of the flap. For this one, let's use some black lace. Now for this one, I have some scraps of some vintage trim with beads. Oh my goodness, this one's so pretty. And I love that olive green color with this envelope. Now we'll want to glue our envelopes together. So you'll be adding glue here and here. Do not add any glue right here. So you could apply it like this, but not there. And then just close it up. And I like to use some large paper clips to hold it down as it's drying. Do you remember these? They've kind of curled back up on me a bit. All right, so let's take these one at a time, and I'm just going to see what do I like for the base of my envelope and what do I want for the flap. Oh, I think that flap looks good. Let's see how it looks this way. Oh no, I like this way better. So these pieces, they came this size in that same packet that the others came in. And these are 8 1/4 inches by 6 inches. So if we fold it up 3 and over 1 1/2, 1 3/4, something like that, I think that will be perfect. Before I actually fold this, you could take it to the machine and you could sew around the edge, or you could take your Sharpie and you could draw your lines if you don't have a machine, or you could leave it plain. You don't have to do anything around the edge. So I've sewed around the edge, and I think we were folding this one up 3 inches, and I'll give that a crease. And then folding this one down about 1.5 inches. So that's a very, very simple fold for an envelope. But oh my goodness, look how beautiful. It's just as beautiful as the other one. So we'll want to glue this closed right here, or you could sew it if you wanted to. And then I'll need to fold my other ones. Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it, guys? So here is one of the envelopes. I'm just going to take you through how they all look. I love the butterfly coming out of the picture frame. And this is the one with those beautiful vintage beads. There's this one with a button and some sari silk ruffles. A little bling on this butterfly, and that beautiful velvet ribbon with a couple of pieces of bling. And then we have this one. And I thought the bird was really pretty on this one. A little stamping on this one. And some sari silk and a button for this one. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.